Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om. Naradabhakti Sutras. The Naradabhakti Sutras are attributed to the sage Narada, detailing the path of selfless love and devotion, bhakti, to Bhagavan. It is comprised of 84 sutras. The text outlines bhakti as the highest, easiest, and most blissful path to liberation, emphasizing constant remembrance, service, and detachment from worldly craving. Bhakti Shastrani Mananiyani Tadbodhaka Karmani Karaniyani. Bhakti Shastrani Mananiyani Tadbodhaka Karmani Karaniyani. The scriptures of devotion should be deeply meditated upon, and the actions awaken or foster devotion must be diligently performed. This sutra provides a practical two-step formula for a sadhaka, devotee, in their daily spiritual life, balancing intellectual contemplation and active physical practice. Narada Muni emphasizes that love for the divine is not a passive emotion, it must be fed through correct understanding and proper action. Just as the body needs food, the mind needs spiritual food. Scriptures like the Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, the Bhakti Sutras, they all act as guidelines. Narada Muni uses the word Mananiyani from Manana, which means reflection or a critical contemplation. It implies that a sadhaka should not just blindly read or chant, but actively ponder, understand, and internalize the profound truths written by the sages. Contemplating scripture helps clear doubts, and when a devotee understands why they practice devotion, their practice or faith becomes unshakable. Philosophy without action is a dead letter. Narada Muni insists that devotees must perform physical actions, karmani, that directly remind them of God or awaken their dormant love. These activities include singing praises, worship rituals, offering food, charity, or serving other living beings. Any action that shifts focus away from the ego or toward the divine qualities. Spiritual emotions can be unstable. By establishing a routine of steady devotion activities, a sadhaka creates a safe environment where their love for God can grow naturally, unaffected by the mood swings of daily life. Sukha dukhe chalabhadityakte kale pratikshямane kshanardhamapi vyartham naneyam. Sukha, dukkha, ichha, labha, adi, tyakte, kale, pratikshямane, kshana ardham, api, vyartham, na neyam. While patiently enduring until the time when one can completely transcend material happiness, distress, desire, and false gain, one should not waste even a fraction of a second. This sutra is a profound call to spiritual urgency and mindfulness. Narada Muni addresses the practical reality of living in the material world while striving for pure devotion. A sadhaka still experiences a swinging pendulum of life, joy and sorrow, desire and satisfaction, profit and loss. He does not say these will instantly vanish. A sadhaka tolerates the dualities, recognizing them as passing clouds. They do not wait for perfect conditions or a stress-free life to begin practicing devotion. They practice now. Narada Muni uses the word Kshanardham, which literally means half a moment or a split second. In the path of bhakti, time is the most valuable currency. Once a moment passes, it cannot be bought back with all the wealth in the world. Instead of letting the mind drift into idle gossip, anxiety, or material daydreaming, every spare second should be anchored to the divine. Whether through mental chanting, remembering Bhagwan's forms, or dedicating one's immediate physical work as an offering, time must be spiritualized. Human life is short and unpredictable. This sutra warns against the mindset of I will focus deeply on spiritual life when I retire or when my problems are solved. The practice of devotion must be integrated into every single ticking second of the present. Ahimsa satya shauchadaya astikyadi charityani paripalaniyani. Narada Muni says virtues of character such as non-violence, truthfulness, cleanliness, compassion and faith must be strictly cultivated and maintained. Narada uses the word paripalaniyani, which means to shelter, nurture and guard strictly. These moral rules are like a fence that protects the tender plant of devotion from being crushed by the world impulses of ego. True devotion naturally refines human character. If someone claims to love God but treats others with cruelty, dishonesty, or disrespect, their devotion is superficial. Ethical conduct proves that the heart is actually changing. Sarvada sarvabhavaihi nischintaihi bhagavaneva bhajaniyah. Sarvada sarvabhavaihi nischintaihi bhagavan eva bhajaniyah. At all times, with your whole heart and completely free from all anxiety, you should worship and love the Supreme Bhagavan alone. This verse delivers the ultimate practice on a daily basis for a sadhaka, that is total focus on Bhagavan without worrying about life's outcomes. Devotion is not a part-time hobby or something meant for only weekends or temple visits. It is a continuous state of mind. Every action, breath and moment should be connected to the divine. You should love God with all parts of yourself, your mind, your physical energy, your emotions and your intelligence. No part of your life should be kept hidden or separate from your spiritual path. The most practical advice in this verse is to be worry-free. When you trust, truly trust, totally trust God, you surrender the results of your actions to Him. Fear of the future, regret over the past, and everyday stress fade away because you know you are protected. Instead of scattering your energy by chasing temporary material goals and seeking approval from the world, anchor your heart to the Supreme Lord alone. True peace comes when your only goal is divine love. Sakirtyamanah shigrameva cha bhaktan. Saha kirtyamanah shigram eva avirbhavati anubhavayati cha bhaktan. When he is continuously praised and glorified, the Supreme Lord quickly reveals himself and makes his presence directly felt by his devotees. Narada Muni here gives a beautiful guarantee and result of continuous devotion. He reassures the sadhaka that God is not distant or unreachable. The easiest way to attract Bhagwan's attention is by chanting his names, singing his praises, and speaking of his glories. When your tongue and mind are busy remembering him, you open the door to his grace. God does not make a sincere devotee wait forever. The moment the cry of heart is genuine and continuous, he responds quickly. There is no delay in the spiritual realm. This means that Bhagwan clears away the darkness of ignorance in the devotee's heart. He reveals his beautiful form, his qualities, and his divine nature to the sadhaka. Religion is not just a theory or a belief system, it is an experience. The Lord ensures that the devotee actually feels his presence, love, peace, and protection in their daily life, removing all doubts forever.